Now, review for the final test. Here is part 4. Let's start with example 46. Example 46, they ask you to complete the table. They need to find the initial invest, and we have the annual rate of interest and the time to double. So first of all, check here, they're telling you it's compound continuously. That's really important. So I'm going to use the formula A equal P E R T. The rate is 6.93%, 6.93%, which is equal 6.93 divided by 100. So equal 0.0693. So here is our rate. Now we're just gonna plug in everything here to find the initial invest. That's mean the future, because we already have the future is 9,000. How to type this one? I'm confused. 9998.53 equal the initial times E. The rate is 0.0693 times the time. They're telling you here, after 10 years, this is going to be in your account. So that means the time here is going to be 10. In this case, 9998.53 is going to be equal PE. We're just going to multiply this one. So it's going to be 0.0693 times 10, and then you're going to raise it to the power, to the E. So here is the second E function to this number, and it's going to be here 1 point. That's mean 9998.53 is going to be P times 1.999 and keep going. That's mean then the next step, I'm going to divide both sides by 1.999 for all this number. That's mean P is going to be equal, which is 9998.53 divided by this number, and it's going to be 5. They ask you to round to the nearest whole number, so it's going to be 5,000. That means if you invest 5,000 in your account, it's going to be 9,989.53 cents and after 10 years. Now the next part, they ask you to the time to double. And if you check the results here, the options they give you, this is the only option is 5 years. That means the time to double is going to be 10 years. So here is the 5,000 and the time to double is 10 years. Let's check that. The time to double, that's mean if you invest 5,000, the future is going to be double, so it's going to be 10,000. So I'm going to use the same formula. 10,000 equal 5,000. E, the rate is 0.0693 T. Divide by 5,000, so it's going to be 2 equal E to the 0.0693 T. Then take the ln to the both sides, so ln to the 2 is going to be equal ln E 0.0693 T. Cancel these. That's mean ln to the 2 is going to be equal 0.0693 T. Last step, you're going to divide both sides by 0.0693, 0.0693. That's mean T is going to be equal ln to the 2 divided by 0.0693. 693 is going to be 10, because we're going to round to the nearest whole number, so 10 years. So that's it for example 46. For example 47, determine the principal that must be invested with the rate compound monthly. They tell me compound monthly. That means I'm going to use the formula A equal P 1 plus R over N Tn. Then we have the future amount and we have the rate, we have the time. We just need to find the rate is 5%, which equals 0.005. So let's plug in everything here. Compound monthly, that's mean N equal to 12. And so here is going to be 1,300,000 equal the principal 1 plus the rate is 0.05 divided by 12, and T is 10. The time is T equal 10, 10 times 12. That's mean 1,300,000 P 1 plus, let's simplify everything here. So I'm gonna simplify everything here. So 0.05 divided by 12 and added to 1 is going to be this number. So it's going to be 1.004 to the 120. I'm gonna raise this number to 120. So it's going to be P, and here is 1.64700 and equal 1,300,000. Then divide both sides by 1.64700. That means our principal is going to be 1,300,000. 3 more zeros, divide by this number is going to be 789309.35 cents. We're gonna round 35. Okay, after 35 is 2. That's mean the option we have here. We're gonna choose the last option, E. That's it for 47. Now 48, we need to find the initial quantity, and we have half-life years. Be careful, half-life years, they're telling you this is the time. And the amount after 1,000 years, that's mean the time here is 1,000, it's 2 grams. So how are we gonna find the initial quantity? So we're gonna use the formula A equal P as an initial, E KT, because this is not rate, it's the decay, growth and decay. So we're gonna use the K instead of R. That's mean A equal P E K T. So now they're telling you half life years is 5,715. That's mean when the future amount is half the initial. That's mean half to the initial equal P E K, and the years is 5,715. Cancel P with the P, we have half equal E K 5,715. Now take the ln to the both sides. So ln to the half equal ln E, K, 5,715. Cancel these. That's me. Ln to the half is going to be equal K and 5,715. Then divide both sides by 5,715. So K is going to be equal, let's check that. We're going to divide ln to the 0.5, which is half, divide by 5,715. So K is going to be equal negative 0.000121286. So this is the K. Now we're going to go back and use the same formula. We have the K because our goal is to find the initial quantity. But after 1,000 years, 2 grams. So the formula A equal PEKT. We have 2 grams after 1,000 years. We need to find the initial. Here is the E, and here is our K, which is 0.00121,286 times the time, which is 1,000 years. So let's multiply the K times 1,000 is going to be this number. Just cancel these zeros. That's mean 2 equal P, E negative 0.121,286. Then we need to find the P, so I'm going to divide both sides by E to the power, or you can find how much is going to be E to this number. Second ln, here is E. I'm going to choose this number. So E to this number is going to be equal. Here is P, it's going to be 0.885780,948 equal 2. Then P, you're going to divide both sides by this number, 0.88 by the whole number. So that's mean 2 divided by this number is going to be, the initial is going to be 2.257. That's mean the initial quantity is 2.257. After 1,000 years is going to be 2. That's it. So we're going to choose 2.26. We have to round it, so it's going to be 2.26. So here's our solution. For example 49. So we have the formula that says the number of hits search engine website receiver receives each month can be modeled by Y equal 40, 80 e to the KT. Look like X. Okay, KT. Now, where T is the number of months of the website we operating in the website, the 3rd month, there is 1,000 hits. So when T equal 3, they ask you to find the value of K. The hits is 1,000. 10,000. So now we're gonna use this information to find the K. So that's mean 1,000. 10,000 equal 40, 80 e to the K and on the 3rd month. So next step, I'm going to divide both sides by 4,080. That's mean 10,000 divided by 4,080 is going to be 2 point. That's mean I'm going to divide both sides here by 4,080. Cancel here. So we're going to get here 2.45098. 098. Okay. Equal e to the k times 3. Now, next step, I'm going to take the length to the both sides. So length to this number, 2.45098 equal length to the ek, and here is the 3. Cancel these. So it's going to be length to the 2.45098 equal k, and here is the 3. Now next step, divide both sides by 3. So k is going to be equal length to this number, close the parentheses, and equal, and divide the result by 3. So it's going to be 0. K equal 0.29. How many decimals? Find. So 0.29. You see all the results here, exactly the same K. 2988. So all the options we have exactly the same K. Now, the next step, they ask you, find the result or number of hits we'll receive after 22 months. So now we have the K, we need to find Y equal 480. E, K is 0.2988 in 22 months. That means Y is going to be equal, it's going to say 0.80, second function, length, it's going to be e to the power 0.2988 times 2 is going to be 2921045.81. 81.9, so it's going to be 82. But if you look to the options we have, that's around this number here. So 82. And if they ask you round to the whole number, so we're going to round to the whole number. So it's going to be, here's the change is going to be 2.921. So here's the 46, this one. So this is B is going to be the right one. 49. Yes, 2921046. Yes, that's the right one. Because we're going to round, so Y is going to be equal 2921046. That's it. This is the solution for example 49. So for number 50, solve the system by substitution method. So we're going to solve by substitution method. So let's check the first equation is 7x plus y equal 3. And the second one is x cubed minus 3. So x cubed minus 3 plus y equals 0. So we need to solve the system by substitution. So the first thing, I'm going to solve this one for y. Move everything with x to the other side. That means y is going to be equal negative x cubed plus 3. Now this is the new equation. I'm going to substitute this one to the equations 1. So 7x plus y, which is negative x cubed plus 3 is going to be equal to 3. That means 7x minus x cubed plus 3 is going to be equal to 3. Minus 3 from both sides. This is cancelled and this is cancelled. So we're going to get 7x minus x cubed equals 0. Let's factor the x out. So it's going to be 7 minus x squared is going to be equal to 0. That means x equals 0 or 7 minus x squared equals 0. That means x squared is going to be equal 7. Take the square root for both sides. So x is going to be plus or minus square root of 7. So we have two sides. When x equals 0, we need to find the y. So I'm going to plug in here. That means y is going to be equal negative 0 cubed plus 3. So y is going to be equal to 3. So the first solution, we have x 0 and y 3. Now on this side, we have two x's. When x equal square root of 7, plug in square root of 7 here. So y is going to be equal negative square root of 7 here cubed plus 3. That means y is going to be equal negative square root of 7 cubed. That means if you multiply square root times square root times square root, square root times square root is going to be 7. So it's going to be negative 7. And here is square root of 7 plus 3. That means we're going to get here on this side, we're going to get another point, which is x square root of 7 and y negative 7 square root of 7 plus 3. Here is the second point, the second solution for the system. The third one, when x equal negative square root of 7, we're going to plug in here. So y is going to be equal negative, and we have negative square root of 7 cubed plus 3. The same thing, negative times negative times negative is going to be negative, and times negative is going to be positive. So it's going to be positive square root of 7 square root of 7 plus 3. That means we have negative square root of 7 as an x, and y is going to be 7 square root of 7 plus 3. That's it. We have 3 solutions for this system, and we're going to check that graphically. It's fine. So let's check which one is going to be our solution. 0, 3, 0, negative 3. I'm going to cancel this one. You see all the solutions. We have 0, 3. But let's check here. Negative 7 square root of 7, and 3 plus 7 square root of 7, which is this one, and 0, 3. And we have square root of 7, negative 7 square root of 7 plus 3. It's just written on opposite sides. So E is going to be our right solution. That's it for this example. For 51, we just have to select the augmented matrix. You just have to be careful. For the second equations, we have a missing y. That means this is 0. And the all equations x, y, z, x, the y here is 0 and here is z. So we're going to check which one is going to be the right equations. So 8, 16, everything here is 8, 16, 8, 16 for all these options. Negative 4 and 0. So where is negative 4? Here is 4 and 0, negative 4 and 0 here, and negative 4 and 0 here. So could be this one. That means this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. So we have D and E. The third column is 1, negative 9. So 0, 9, and 1, negative 9. And the last one, so this is wrong. 14, 12, here's 14, 12. So this is the right option. That's it for this question 51. So for 52, we're going to perform the sequence of row operation. They ask you, here's the equation, so here's the matrix, and we need to say add -3 times R1 to R2. Be careful here. So -3, R1, you're going to add it to R2. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this operation here and check my result, which one is going to be A, B, C, D, E. So here is the new matrix. We're going to multiply -3 times R1 and add it to R2. So the result is going to be in the second row. The result is going to be in the second row because we're going to multiply all -3 times R1 and add it to R2. So that's mean here is 1, 3, and 4. And here is 4, 1, and -1. So a -3 times 1 is going to be -3. A plus a 3 is going to be 0. -3 times 3 is going to be -9. Add to -1 is going to be -10. -3 times 4 is going to be -12. -3 times 4 is going to be -12. Add to -5, so it's going to be -17. So here is the new matrix. That's mean we have to choose. So check the difference here. This one and this one is exactly the same, but here -1 here, which is wrong. So the right option is going to be B. That's what we got here. That's why I prefer to solve it on the side before you look into the options, because sometimes you see this matrix, it look like this one, but the only difference here is -1 and here is +1. But this is the right one. This is the wrong one. So be careful when you work like these examples. So example 53. Let's check how we're going to solve this one. We have A, B, and they ask you to find the multiplication between A, B. So the first thing we're going to check, can we do the multiplication? Here, the dimension, we have a 3 times a 3. And here we have a 3 rows and 2 columns. So these are the same. That means our new matrix is going to be 3 rows and 2 columns. So let's do the multiplication. That means A times B is going to be the first row times the first column. So 0 times -1 is going to be 0 plus 3 times 2 is going to be 6 plus 0 times 10 is going to be 0. Now the first row with the second column. So 0 times 8 is going to be 0 plus 3 times -2 is going to be -6 plus 0 times -9 is going to be 0. The second row with the first column. So 4 times -1 is going to be -4 plus 0 times 2 is going to be 0 plus 3 times 10 is going to be 30. The second row with the second column. So 4 times 8 is going to be 32 plus 0 times -2 is going to be 0 plus 3 times -9 is going to be -27. Now, the third row with the first column. So 4 times -1 is going to be -4. 6 times 2 is going to be plus 12. And -3 times 10 is going to be minus 30. The third row with the second column, 4 times 8 is going to be 32 plus 6 times -2 is going to be -12. And -3 times -9 is going to be plus 27. So add these together, we're gonna get here 6 and 26, negative 22, and here is going to be negative 6, and 5, and the last one is going to be 47. Yeah, there too, okay. Which is 3 rows and 2 columns. So let's check which one of these is going to be our option. So 47, 47, 26. Now this is wrong. This is 6, 26, negative 22, negative 6, 5, and 47. So this is the right option. That's it for this example. So 54, I'm going to use a grammar rule to solve, if possible, the system of equations. So I already write down A, and here is the matrix B. So the first step, I'm going to find the determinant for the matrix A. So D is going to be equal negative 7 times negative 9 minus 11 times 3. So it's going to be 63 minus 33. So 63 minus 33, and this is equal 30. Now, next step, what I'm going to do, I'm going to change B with the first column here. So I'm going to say A sub X equal, here's the new matrix, which is 20, 0, 11, and negative 9. So this is the matrix A sub X. Now I need to find D sub X is going to be 20 times negative 9 minus 11 times 0, which is equal negative 180 minus 0, and this is equal negative 180. So here's D sub X. Now A sub Y is going to be, going to change this one with the second column. So negative 7, 3, 11, and well, with the second one, so it's going to be 20 and 0. So D sub Y is going to be negative 7 times 0 minus 20 times 3. And the result, this is 0, so it's going to be negative 60. That means X is going to be D sub X divided by D, which is equal negative 180 divided by 30, and this one equal negative 6. And Y is going to be D sub Y divided by D, which is equal, D sub Y is negative 60 divided by 30, and this one equal negative 2. So the solution X, Y, X is negative 6 and Y is negative 2. So that's it for this example. Negative 6 and negative 2. That means we're going to choose A. For example 55, the last one. Here is the matrix A, and here is the matrix B. We're going to use a grammar rule to find the solution. So D is going to be equal. We're going to put a plus minus a plus. So it's going to be 5. Cancel this row on this column. So it's going to be 2, negative 2, 1, 1. Minus negative 4. Cancel the second column on the first row is going to be negative 1, negative 2, 3, 1. A plus 1. Cancel the third column on the first row. So it's going to be negative 1, 2, 3, 1. Then the determinant is going to be 33. Now A sub X, we're going to take the B and switch it with the first column. Negative 12, 12, and negative 2. Find the determinant for this matrix by exactly the same way. To find the determinant with 3 times 3 matrix is going to be 0. That means X is going to be d sub x divided by d is going to be 0 divided by 33, which is equal 0. So here's the value of x. Until now, we can't, because if you look to all selections here, all zeros, x all equal zeros. So now we're going to find a sub y by change b with the second column. So we changed b with the second column and find the determinant plus minus a plus is going to be 66. Then y is going to be d sub y divided by d. It's going to be 66 divided by 33 is going to be 2. A sub z, we're going to change b with the third column of the matrix A. Plus minus a plus, find the determinant is going to be negative 132, negative 132. That means z is going to be d sub z divided by d, which is equal negative 132 divided by 33 is going to be equal negative 4. That means our solution is going to be 0, 2, and negative 4. So we're going to choose A for this example. That's it.